game. Maybe not as high level as Sunday, but was this more like a gutsy game for your guys? Kind of just one they just had to just grind it out there at the end?
Surprised how much they were kind of sagging off Jimmy.
No, I mean, they started Zach Edey on Jimmy, and we kind of anticipated that. And I understand the philosophy. But Jimmy is so good and so crafty that even if you're not up on him, even if you give him 10 feet of space, he knows how to draw fouls. And what did he get? 18 shots from the foul line. That's just who Jimmy is. He controls games. That's why he is who he is. He's able to, in these big moments, these big games, he just settles you down constantly.
Could you sense that he knew early if they were going to, if that was the scheme they were going to use, he was going to need to kind of.
If that was, I'm sorry.
If that was the scheme they were going to use, that he would need to kind of down his score.
I mean, we talked about it at shoot around this morning. We anticipated that matchup, and he just told me, I don't care who guards me, just give me space, give me the ball, I'll make something happen. And that's the beauty of Jimmy. I mean, you guys can see it. Like we have morphed into a different team. We've got the movement and the flow of Steph, but we've also become, for half the game, a great ISO team. We've never been an ISO team here, and there's great advantage to that. To be able to get to the line, to be able to generate offense without, having to fly around and set a million screens. So Jimmy has completely changed everything for us since he's been here, and tonight was a great example of that.
Tonight in the non-Steph minutes, you talk about flying around and getting offense going. You saw your role players getting so many 50-50 balls and getting you guys extra opportunities. When you think about trying to incorporate them, what was the message to those guys, Moses Moody, Quentin Post, all the guys coming off the bench to incorporate themselves into the game? What was important for them to do? We talked about it at shoot-around this morning. The whole point of the game was to win the battles, just to win every loose ball, every rebound. This is a big, strong team, great rebounding team. And you saw it happened a few times because they got 16 offensive boards. Edey had 7 himself. When they get an offensive board and they're kicking it out to Jaren Jackson or Desmond Bain, I mean, it's a wide open three. And so the focus was really on, scrapping and getting to every loose ball. I thought the guys really fought hard. Guy only played, 6 minutes, but, 3 rebounds. He was flying around out there. Every possession matters, and I thought our guys played that way.
Against a big team like Houston that you're about to play, how valuable is it, Jimmy's skill set, to be able to guard guys who are 6'10", 6'11", 7 foot?
Yeah, I mean, he's the ultimate two-way player. He's just, so physically strong and laterally quick, and he anticipates things, he reads things. So Jimmy's a great defensive player. He and Draymond behind the play allow us to, play smaller without giving up too much.
You obviously are compelled to put Gary in because of his defense to shadow Ja, but he obviously contributed a lot offensively. Mm-hmm. What about this matchup? And some of his baskets seemed like just smart cuts. And to go along with that, Quentin obviously was a factor off the bench. Just the impact those two made.
Gary, helped us win a championship. We don't win that championship in 22 without Gary. So he's a big-time player, playoff performer, two-way player, understands how to play with Steph, that probably as well as anybody on our team. And he's basically a power forward on offense and a point guard on defense. Very unique player, but hugely effective over and over again for us in these big games. So Gary was great, and then I thought Quentin's 3 threes in the first half were crucial for us. Just, the way Memphis guards us, they've always hounded Steph and sagged off of, our big guys. And so the ability to put Quentin out there, space the floor, have him knock down threes, it opened up the game for us.
Coach, your Harvard shirt, I'm curious to know if that has anything to do with what's going on politically right now, or if you just happen to reach for that.
Something going on? Tommy Amaker is a friend of mine, Harvard coach, and he sent me the shirt. Actually, we practiced there in Boston in November, and he gave me the shirt, and felt like a great day to wear it. I believe in academic freedom. I think it's crucial. for all of our institutions to be able to handle their own business the way they want to, and they should not be shaken down and told what to teach, what to say by our government. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, but it's kind of par for the course right now. So, yes, this is me supporting Harvard. Way to go. Way to stand up to the bully. Thank you.
Steve.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Please, that 5-second violation, real quick.
Yeah.
You were right up close, not too far from that. How'd you guys pull that off? I mean,
You guys did a great job of
yeah.
just pre-switching everything, and we knew they needed a three, so we stayed outside the three-point line. I thought we were able to just take away the play that they were trying to run, was just with the switching, and the guys did a great job of it, and that led to the 5-second goal.
Thank you.
Quickly, Steve, you mentioned the importance of these next few days over here on.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. How do you balance the rest and recovery against preparing for the next series, and what do these next 4 days look like for you?
This is what we do. I mean, this is so fun. It's the best time of the year. This is year 11. My favorite day of the season is tomorrow. We come in as a staff. We look at Houston tape. We start to put together our game plan. The players are resting. We got a couple of days before we'll see the players again. We get to go to work and try to beat a great team in a 7-game series. There's nothing better, and so I can't wait.
Steve, you have played with and coached some of the most clutch postseason performers in the history of the game. What do they share, and what does Jimmy share with them from what you're seeing in your one postseason time with him so far?
Fearlessness, I think, is the main thing. I mean, I told Steph after the game, like, what makes him who he is even on a night where he's not really going, he's struggling to make shots, and he makes, the two biggest shots of the game. That doesn't just come from skill. That comes from fortitude and fearlessness and incredible self-belief. Jimmy possesses the same thing. Draymond too, in a different ways. Not so much in an offensive way, but just in a winning way. And that's why I believe in our team so much. We've got several guys, on this team, Loon included, who's been here for a long time. They've won titles. And that guy's, taken his teams to the finals a couple times. Like, we got winners in this locker room, and it's time for Jimmy to